Hey guys, today I will be making an adorable Valentine's Day Deco mesh wreath with items from the dollar store. What you will need: this adorable sign for the center. I have the larger 18-inch wreath ring, Chanel stems, magenta, purple, and white deco mesh, burlap ribbon, scissors, and a hot glue gun. Alright, let's get started. So the first thing we are going to do is place all of our Chanel stems on our wreath ring. I usually cut my Chanel stems in half, but for this specific wreath, I'm going to use full Chanel stems. What I'm going to do is take my stem and place it around the outer two rings and twist it a couple of times. And if you notice, this larger wreath ring only has 3 rings as opposed to 4 on the 14-inch ring. So the 14-inch rings have 4, but this one only has 3. So I'm going to use a full Chanel stem, place it on the outer 2 rings, and then my next Chanel stem will go on the inner 2 rings. And then I'm just going to alternate all the way around the wreath. Outer 2 rings and inner 2 rings. So outer, inner, outer, inner, outer, inner, and I'm going to repeat this all the way around the ring. Okay, so I have all of my stems in place. Now I'm going to take my magenta and purple deco mesh, layer them one on top of the other. I think I'm going to go with the purple on top. So I'll have them layered one on top of the other, fold it to a nice little point. Start on my outer Chanel stem, place my mesh, twist it a couple of times, and then bring it around. And the same method can work with 10-inch and 21-inch long deco mesh. But I wanted to show you guys an alternative using Dollar Tree deco mesh. So I'm going to make a loop, place my mesh, and twist it again. And your stems may move slightly, but once we get all the mesh in place, we'll be able to adjust it, so don't worry about that. And I'm going only on the outer rings, all the way around. So I'm making another poof, placing my mesh, and twisting a couple of times. I'm just going to repeat these steps all the way around the outer ring until I have all of my poofs in place. You can make your poofs as large or as small as you prefer. I like to make them a decent size because since we have 2 layers of mesh, we are going to separate the layers later on in the wreath making process. Okay, so I'm coming back to my starting point. I'm going to make one more poof and place the deco mesh in the same spot as I placed my starting mesh. And twist my stem a couple of times. And then you have the option of just continuing on here on the inner ring, but since I don't have enough mesh to make it all the way around, I'm just going to cut the mesh off here and start over on the inner ring. Just tuck that away. Once the wreath is complete, you won't be able to see that. So I'm going to take 2 more rolls. And you know, you could alternate which color you place on top. You could place the magenta on top this time, or you can keep the purple on top. Why not? Let's just try the magenta on top this time. So I have the magenta and the purple, pulled it to a nice little point. I'm going to start right here on the inner stem and twist it a couple of times. Make a poof Place my mesh and twist it again. I'm just repeating the same steps I did on the outer ring all the way around the inner ring, making poofs and placing them down in each chenille stem. Okay, so just like on the outer ring, I've come back to my starting point. I'm just going to make another poof and connect it to my starting point. And cut away my excess. And then just tuck it away. So I have the purple on the top on the outer ring and pink on the top on the inner ring. Now what I'm going to do is separate the layers. That way the colors kind of mesh and it looks really cute. You could definitely keep it layered if you choose to do so. But I like to separate it. Like I said, it's going to make it poofier, and I don't know, the colors are just going to look so cute meshed all together. Now we are going to add more mesh to each stem. Alright, so I've cut 8-inch long pieces of white, magenta, and purple. Now there are two ways you can add your mesh. You can roll them at a diagonal, like that, or add a cute little curl, like that. Both ways are cute. I think I'm going to go with diagonal. So I'm just rolling magenta, white, and purple mesh at diagonals. And I'm just crisscrossing all three, scrunching it together in the center, picking a stem, place my mesh, twist it a couple of times, and then I'm going to go ahead and tuck away my stem because I don't think I'm going to add anything else after that. If you are going to add, say, ribbon or other embellishments, then don't tuck away your stems just yet. And then I'm going to alternate which color mesh I place on the top, center, and bottom, just so all the colors are visible and it looks like a nice blend. Alright, I'm going to go to the very next chenille stem, place my bundle, and twist it a couple of times, and then tuck away the stem. And I kind of adjust and maneuver a little bit, but once I get all of the bundles in place, I'll be able to adjust it even more. Just like that. Alright, so I'm going to continue adding bundles all the way around the ring. Alright, so this is looking so cute and poofy so far. I'm going to get the rest placed and show you what it's looking like. Alright, so I have all of my bundles in place. You can add more mesh, less mesh. It's completely up to you. Like I said, you can curl it. I like the spike because I feel like it makes it even poofier and cute. You can definitely leave the wreath like this because it's so cute and precious already. But we are going to add one final touch, which is this adorable sign to the center. So I'm just going to cut the hanger off of my sign. Take 2 chenille stems, twist them together to make one long chenille stem. Same thing for the bottom. Twist my stems together to make one long chenille stem. And I want to make sure I have some of the stem hanging off the side of the sign so that I can easily attach it to my wreath. Now I'm going to take my hot glue gun and glue the stems in place. Just like that. And now we're going to add our sign to the center of our wreath. Try and push all of my mesh towards the outside of my wreath so that I don't cover any of my mesh. Take my sign and place it snugly in the center. Just like that. And I'm going to take my chenille stem, find the actual wreath ring, and twist my chenille stem around the wreath ring a couple of times. Okay, and once I have all of my stems in place, I'm just adjusting my wreath, making sure I cover up any gaps or spaces. Making sure it looks so cute and precious. And you can add any additional embellishments you'd like. You can add ribbon, bows, flowers, whatever you'd like, hearts. Just have fun with it and make it your own. But all items can be purchased at Dollar Tree, so you can make this entire wreath for less than $10. So cute.